We have Huang Yiping, Chief Emerging Asia Economist from Barclays, joining us this morning. Yiping, good to see you once again.
Good to see you.
What about the BRICS nations? What about economic growth amongst this bloc? Are you concerned, considering we have slowing in China and India?
The economy is slowing, but for India and China, the main reason really is because of the policy tightening early on, in addition to the external factors we know very well. So they are slowing probably further, but we expect the policies to ease now to provide some support in both countries, and probably should stabilize and bottom around the middle of the year.
Okay.
So they will continue to be the leaders of economic growth.
Okay, so we should bottom in the middle of the year and then maybe hit a turning point as well.
I think so.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about the summit itself before I move on and talk about the individual countries, because the BRICS nations are looking for a bigger say in world global affairs, financial affairs in particular.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll achieve that? What do you think we're going to get at the end of these discussions?
Well, I think this will be a very gradual process, but you actually do get a hint from, for instance, the World Bank discussion about the new president, the next president. Looks like it will be another American, but
South Korean descent,
yes, South Korean descent.
Yeah.
So this is kind of an encouraging move. I think it will take time, but these countries are becoming more important in the global affairs.
That's right, and especially with their economic growth and just the size of their economies. But
absolutely.
Yeah, what do you think in terms of, I guess, financial matters will they agree to at the end of the summer? There's going to be more currency swaps, more trade opening up maybe between the countries?
Well, I think that probably is an ongoing process. I'm not sure if they're going to have a concrete decision specifically. There were some discussions about promoting the BRICS currencies in the global market.
Right.
But that will probably be for the next round of IMF SDR basket adjustment a couple of years away. But the currency swaps arrangement like this will be very helpful.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the economies are slowing down. Will the BRICS be as influential with slower growth?
I think it probably is, because everybody is slowing. The only exception at the moment we're seeing is the U.S. numbers are firming. But still, I mean, the emerging market economies, especially the BRICS countries, are growing much, much faster than the Europe and the U.S. So I think just on relative terms, they are becoming a lot more.
Okay, and the best, I guess, situated economy right now amongst the BRICS nations, which one?
I would still say China. But investors are quite worried. You know, I'm much less worried about growth performance.
Why is that? What are you saying?
Well, the reason why people become so worried is, I think, two things to keep in mind. One is we are seeing a dichotomy between property and non-property. The government is deliberately controlling activities in the property sector, and so you become very worried. The second is the kind of moderation, as you see. This is expected by the government. The government is targeting 7.5% growth. Right. Slower growth is necessary for growth sustainability.
But maybe they've overshot and have clamped down too much, and we could see a bigger slowdown than expected. Are we going to see some loosening?
Well, number one, we don't know yet. It's actually slipping, slowing faster than what the policymakers are expecting. But if it does, they do have ammunition to stop that slide.
Yeah. When you have $3 trillion in currency reserves, it's a lot of ammunition.
Or even the fiscal position. I mean, the public debt GDP ratio is only 17%. You don't find another large country in the world.
That's a good point, Yiping. Thanks for dropping by today.
Sure.
Huang Yiping there of Barclays Capital.